It's your boy OBZ here. Do it to life, for life, do it to you, do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness and personal growth. And I'm concentrating on the mental health aspect of the inside game of cancer. Cancer, has many forms, right? But I think it's an inside game that needs to be addressed. And that's the part I want to kind of focus on, of the inside game of the patient, inside game of the family. But the survivor and the family. I like that, survivor and the family. Well, today is Wednesday, and it's S. Started this out Matthew chapter 7. The ask method, asking you, it is given, seeking you shall find, knock, and the door will be open. I do each letter of that acronym Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. So today's Wednesday, it's going to be seeking, and I shall find. Seeking is just digging, and I'm still digging. I asked a question, big question, on Monday, and that big question was, how can I hone and sharpen my intuition? Logically, right off the bat, how you gonna do that, right? Another word would be, hey, I can just, ask more questions of the Holy Spirit, listen to the Holy Spirit. Okay, well, how can you hone and sharpen that? And the way you hone and sharpen that is going to be with questions. So another question popped into my head. And this question, man, is just as good as the focusing question of the one thing. It may have been before the one thing, but it's just a strong question. The guy dropped it on me, and I shared it with you in the previous video. And that is, how the person I want to be the thing I'm about to do. And I call that time travel. I call that traveling to the future, talking to my future self. That's what people always want. Hey, look, how can I, talk to my future self? How can I get future information? Well, the Holy Spirit has that information already together, and it comes through us, through our intuition. We just got to be in tune with it, kind of go with our gut feeling. But we can hone that to a very high degree. I'm thinking by, like any other type of skill you try to get better at, that I can start seeking ways to, one of them is using the one thing, focusing question, cutting out distractions is going to be the main thing, because a lot of times when we can't hear the, what's being, hear the Holy Spirit giving us directions, because there's too much noise. There's too much noise on our external, people talking, unfinished goals. Another thing that popped up in my head too was the unfinished goals, because my future self said, hey, look, you got to tighten up these loose ends. And the way you tighten these loose ends, I could go back and try to tighten all the previous loose ends up. I could, everything that's loose, just go ahead and wipe it off the table and start anew. I could do that, right? Then from this point forward, don't create any additional loose ends. Because some loose ends that are loose ends is just hanging around, that's distracting you. You can just sweep them off the table, because it's not gonna afford you to your mission or your roles and goals. And I know that you could probably look at it and say, hey, look, there's something that I gotta finish. It's almost like, hey, I know I ordered this food, I need to go ahead and eat all of it, because I don't want any of it to go to waste. But in actual, or if somebody gives you something you don't like it, hey, look, I don't like this, why do I have to finish it? I don't have to finish it. Even if I purchase it, I'm not obligated to finish it. It's a loose end. I don't want to leave that loose, boom, just sweep it off the table. Because what this is boiling down to, right? We already do this. Somebody like myself, I've been living most of my life as a yes man. And now it's time to flip the switch and become a no man. Because I believe that I could help more people by being a no man. My boy from the one thing, you know what he said? He said to say yes to everybody is to say no to everybody. That's what he said. if I'm saying yes to everybody, I'm really saying no to everybody because nobody gonna get satisfied. Nobody gonna no project will get completed because I done said too many yeses. Too many yeses. And a lot of times, no, it's not necessarily a final. No, man, just be not right now. It's not the season for it. Hey, do you want to go out and go swimming? Man, it's winter time. No, I do not. Oh, man, you don't never want to go swimming, man. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna never ask you to go swimming. Man, it's winter. I don't want to go swimming in the winter. See, sometimes we can take that no as permanent versus not right now. It's a bad time. You know, so that's what I've been working on. Went for some no's yesterday, going for no's. I'm still digging into that, becoming more conscious and aware of when the question presents itself, and then just say, hey, you know, this is an opportunity to go for that no. It's just gonna knock it out. It's just gonna get it. And it's a different, because a client of mine had to come up with some cash. And I was like, gosh, man, you know, I worked this deal out with no cash. You know, that's what's the premise. We're going with no cash. And see, that's the ego in there. Because the ego almost said, hey, look, yeah, I could probably get that worked out with no cash. Or, hey, I want to get it worked out with no cash. You say, okay, let's go ahead and try to get it worked out. And then, even though I didn't commit to that, the ego is still in it. Gosh, he said he won't do nothing with no cash because that's the path of least resistance. I'm trying to avoid this resistance, but then he said, you know what? Hey, look, we just asked me if he can get it. I said, yeah, no problem. Because I'm going for the no. I'm going up against the resistance because ain't nothing going to hurt, right? Ain't nothing going to hurt. So I posed a question, you know, just throwing it out there. Hey, look, even if you had to, right? Just press it on in there. And say, you know, if I had to, I could put it down. I could come up with the cash. And I was like, yeah, I got that. You know? So I didn't get my no in that, but I went for it. If you understand this now, the book says go for the no. You keep going and going until he says no. So I just went for throwing a question out there now. I've gotten a couple of no's, but today, guess what? It's going to be a no day today too. Get me a shirt made up, slip on up under here, because we did talk about identity. Identity can change, and change by changing the name. You may get me a no man shirt, right? I think so. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and put that out there. That's going out there right there. I had it up as a merch on the bottom down here one of these days, right? But anyway, and all those proceeds from that, I'll shoot that over to breast cancer awareness. I gotta hone in on the simple. That's where that most of the proceeds I got, I know from my pink stuff like this, all those proceeds are going towards net profits, going towards 100% of the net profits going towards breast cancer. And I want to get that honed down and bumped up. You know, the goal on that is a big goal, $1 million in donations, right? It's a big goal, but hey, we can get there 5 years. One thing said we get there within 5 years, we can get there. So that's where we at. We thinking big. Hey, it's a book out there too. I ain't got in it too much. I listened to it one time, but it's called The Art of Thinking Big. That's what I want to label 2021. I told my daughter last night, 2021 is gonna be thinking big, thinking bigger. You know. Even if I say mixing it up, playing, we're going to play big. Meaning that when we talking and thinking, we're going to be doing another good, hey, that's another good question too I want to drop on you. I got to put that in there too. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be nice? A person gave me that a long time ago to help me think bigger. Come on, man. But we still seeking today. Never going to stop searching. We'll come up with one answer, but we still gotta keep digging to understand the answer or come up with a better answer until you distilled it down to the best answer. And then once you got to distill down to the best answer, the journey ain't done, because if you're still asking questions on Monday, you'll come up with some more on Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's out of Matthew chapter 7. Seek, keep looking, keep digging. It's your boy RC here. Do it to life before life do it to you. Do it to every area of your life, the thing that you know to do already. Your boy caught up in this Christmas traffic. Peace out. Merry Christmas.